Shalom, shalom, everybody. It's Cantor Paul here. Another lovely Monday evening for us to join together on our Zoom Siyyum. Hope everybody had a nice day. Everything seems to be okay around our house. How about you, Rabbi?
We are doing well. It's good to see you, and good to for those of also to have those of you who are with us on Facebook Live. Say hello so that we know that you're with us. Hi, Chris and Adele and Ellen. And if anybody else is there, let us know as we move through. We're going to warm up our spirits with a little bit of music.
Hinen mato umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. Hinen mato umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this day. We-oh, oh, we-oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, yo, oh, 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 yo, oh, we-oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, oh. How great it is for brothers and sisters hang out on this lovely eve. How great it is for brothers and sisters to hang out on this eve. We-oh, oh, we-oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, we-oh, oh, 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 we-oh, oh, we-oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, we-oh, oh, oh, we-oh,
We-oh-oh-oh. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Hi to Aaliyah and Rita who have joined us on Facebook Live. And tonight, I'm gonna let people check in and say hello, and then I will share a story, and then we'll have our Siyyum, our Hashki, our Shman Hashki prayers. It looks like Cantor Paul's putting up another microphone. And then we will have a closing song. We do need to end on time this evening, as we also have a board meeting after this meeting. So certainly I have to get there, and Dina has to get there to that meeting on time. So it's great to see everybody. Aurora, you already have your hand up. Do you want to share something?
What did we do today?
Did we go on a walk?
Yeah.
What did we do yesterday? What was yesterday?
My birthday!
Yeah, yesterday was your birthday. You're right.
How old are you now?
You're 12? Did you say you were 12 or 5?
5.
Oh, okay, 5. Good. Good. Happy birthday again, Aurora. Good to see you. All right, Becca.
You're up. Your turn. Look at them so they can see you. Come here. They can't see you. Becca, look over there.
We're eating chicken with rice and broccoli for dinner.
Chicken with rice and broccoli. That sounds good.
Anything else you want to tell them? You want to tell them that you were couch potato today?
A couch potato means you sit on the bed and watch TV.
Were you a couch potato today?
Yeah.
All right, good to see you. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, everybody.
All right. Anybody else want to say hello? We haven't seen David and Ethel for a little while. It's great to see you. Hi, David and Ethel. Wonderful to have you with us. And Adele is saying hello to everybody, and Chris and Ellen on Facebook Live. They're sharing their greetings. So hello to you guys. Yvonne, you want to say something? Go ahead.
Yes, happy belated Father's Day to all those wonderful fathers out there. I hope you had a good day yesterday.
Thank you. Thank you, Yvonne.
Mm.
So, all right, so I'm going to share a story. Saying thank you with a blessing. Natan reached for his water bottle. It was empty. The sun beat down upon his head, making him more thirsty with every step. For 3 days, he had traveled across the hills and valleys of Judea. His home was in Beersheba, still 2 days away by foot. Since there was no water left, Natan decided to eat one of the juicy oranges that he had picked on his way through the Galilee. But when he reached into his leather pouch, he found it was empty too. He must have eaten his last orange many hours ago. Now what would he do? Until 3 days ago, Natan had been a proud soldier. He fought with his fellow Jews in their revolt against the mighty armies of Rome. The Jews were courageous, even though they were outnumbered by the Romans by more than 50 to 1. Still, they held the Romans off for several weeks before the defeat finally came. He had escaped. Now with Roman soldiers all over the main roads, Natan had to keep to the ancient back roads and nomadic trails. He had to stay far, far from the towns and villages. So unless he found food and water on his own, he had nothing to eat or drink. The sun was very hot. Natan's tongue was dry like a rug. The inside of his mouth had become swollen and the skin on his lips began to split. Is this it? Have I survived a war in order to die of thirst here in the wilderness? What could I do? Stop? No, he couldn't stop. So he forced himself to put one foot in front of the other and trudge along. Up ahead, Natan saw a tree. This cannot be, can it? He asked himself. It must be a mirage. Just my head playing tricks on me, he thought to himself. But as he got closer to the tree, he knew it was not a mirage. It was a tree, a real tree, an apple tree. He started to run. From where he got the energy, even he did not know. Now he was running hard, and when he got to the tree, he threw himself under its shady branches. He cried, cool shade. Exhausted, he fell asleep under the tree for 3 hours. By the time he awoke, the sun was beginning to set and the sky was turning purple and orange. He stretched his arms and legs and wiped the sleep from his eyes. A few hours of sleep, and I feel like a new person, he said. As he stood up, he reached above his head to pick an apple from a branch. Never had fruit tasted so good. He was so hungry, and the juice satisfied his thirst. He gobbled up one apple, then another, then another. Apple tree, Natan said, you may not know it, but you saved my life. What can I do to show you gratitude? So Natan paused to consider what he might do for this tree. Can I give you anything? He wondered. And then he looked down at his torn clothes. It certainly does not seem that I have anything to give. Well, you can see for yourself. I have nothing but my empty pouch and these soiled clothes. I have nothing to give you. So he paused to think some more. He sat down with his back against the trunk of the tree. He brought his knees up under his chin and wrapped his arms around his legs as he closed his eyes and thought. Who says I have nothing to give you? He cried. He jumped to his feet with real excitement. Everyone has something to give, no matter how poor he or she is. A blessing. I can give you a blessing. A blessing is a gift. Everyone has to give. But what kind of blessing does one give to a tree? Natan knew some blessings. He knew the blessing over wine, and he knew the blessing over bread. He knew the priestly blessing that Moses and Aaron had blessed his ancestors with during their days of wandering the desert. But what kind of blessing could he give to a tree? He thought about it more. And then he said, I cannot bless you with long life, for a great tree such as you has already been on this earth for many years. I cannot bless you with ripe, juicy fruit, for your branches already have luscious apples growing all over them. Stumped for only an instant, Natan snapped his fingers and he said, I have it. My blessing for a tree as noble and gracious as you is for all trees planted from your seeds to grow up as wonderful and giving as you are. And so Natan blessed the tree and made ready to leave. A full moon had come out and cast its moonbeams over the face of the earth, giving Natan a chance to sneak over the old hidden paths during the night when the most of the Roman soldiers would be asleep in their camps. The tree had saved his life, and Natan just knew he would make it back to his family in Beersheba, and he was very thankful. So we're going to now move into our Siyyum prayers, our Shema and Hashkivenu prayers. Then we'll share a few announcements and then move into a closing song.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom, L'Shalom. V'hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim. Ufros aleinu Sukat Shlomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukat Shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right, O Adonai. Amen. 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 Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen.
Hello to Rita and Karen and Donna and Maureen, who have tuned in on Facebook Live. Just a few announcements. Tonight is Monday. It's Monday. It's a great day. Tomorrow morning is Tuesday. And on the preschool Facebook page, there's music with Cantor Paul on Tuesday morning. So you can have music with Cantor Paul tomorrow morning. And on Wednesday evening, we have our Zoom Siyyum. There's also an Adult Jewish Learning Committee meeting planning the next year. That's on Tuesday night, actually, the Adult Jewish Learning Committee meeting. Wednesday night is the first of the Jewish film series. I believe it's The Chosen. It's in your congregational email. So you're supposed to watch that movie first, and then it's a discussion group around the film. So you can, even where you can watch the movie is in your congregational email that was sent out on Thursday evening. And then, of course, on Thursday morning, we will also have music with Cantor Paul, and then Friday we're back with Shabbat. And Friday evening, we'll have a special Friday evening early service to honor our preschool families. You're going to join hopefully on Zoom so you can see each other. It was in your preschool email from Deborah. And then at 7:30, we'll be saying, we'll have a service of farewell, Lihitraot, because they're not leaving the community, but leaving in his role for Jim Tanner, who will be transitioning out of his role as temple administrator along the way. So few things. I was reminded by Debbie's comment. It is time to return your pledge forms if you have not done so to TBI. We could use your support, and the best way to show us your support is to return your financial commitment and volunteer commitment forms to TBI, so we can continue to do the important work that we do for our congregation and in our community. And you can mail those or drop them by the office, which is still open during business hours. There's somebody in the office, and they can be dropped by the TBI office. There's also a mail slot on the outside of the TBI office to the left of the office door, a little ways down, and it can be stuck in there at any time. And we are in the middle of a clothing drive at TBI. So please bring your bags of, ideally in like a kitchen size garbage bag, but as many bags as you can have of clothes that are still usable but used, or blankets or sheets or purses or backpacks or shoes. And TBI gets some financial resources from that, and it is given to people who are in need. So it's a good opportunity as well. And I think that's it. Cantor Paul, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I think you covered it.
Dina, you good? All right. Hi, Rochelle. Erev Tov to you too. We're going to end with another bit of music just to carry our spirits out with us as we say goodbye until we meet again.
So there is a line in Psalm 100, verse 2. It says, Ivdu et Hashem, or Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha, that we should also always serve the Holy One of Blessing with joy, with gladness. And I know occasionally over the last few months, it may have been more difficult than we might have expected, but there's no reason at all to try and nurture those opportunities as we go forward. And we might even do that by singing the song. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Bo lefana birnana, lefana birnana. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Bo lefana birnana, lefana birnana. Yadarai, 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 yadarai. Yada da da da, yada da yada da yada da yada da, yada da 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 da, yada da yada da yada da yada da. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Bo lefana birnana, fana birnana. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Bo lefana birnana, fana birnana. Yada da 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 Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, O lefana birnana, fana birnana. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, O lefana birnana, fana birnana. Yada da 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 Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Bo lefana birnana, fana birnana. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Bo lefana birnana, lefana birnana.
Serve the Eternal One with joy. Go out, bring joy and love to others. Erev Tov, everyone. Lehitraot. See you soon.
See you later, Lehitraot. Have a great evening.